Hello, Abigail here with the Tarotscopes for Aquarius season, Capricorn sun, moon, and rising. All right, Capricorn people, you have just had your season. We are still in the Mars retrograde. Um, the minute we get into Aquarius season, the sun is conjunct Pluto, and we are in it. And it's going to be really intense and really, I won't say volatile, but very vibrant. Um, well, actually, never mind. It is volatile. I'm going to soften it. It's going to be intense and a lot. Also, we're going to be heading towards the end of the Mars retrograde by the time we move out of Aquarius season. So the ending is also going to be that Mars stationing feeling. A little floofing around my face. Thank you, Spirit, for sending a little floof on my cheek. Um, so just know it's a lot. Also, something important to note, next season is eclipse season. It is one of those straddled eclipses. So we have one in Pisces season, one in Aries season. It's the end of the Aries Libra cycle, even though the nodes have already shifted. So we got the pull there. We got a Venus retrograde. We have Neptune moving into Aries in Pisces season, a Mercury retrograde. So just know that while we are in Aquarius season, it is going to feel like we're being pulled into Pisces season, which is why I'm telling you this. Also, 2025, we might as well do a little recap since this is the first official season of the Gregorian calendar 2025. We have Neptune, Saturn into Aries. We have, Uranus into Gemini, all of the major outer planets, and then we have Jupiter into Cancer. So all of the major outer planets are moving signs. Pluto has already moved, but in astrological time, it has just gotten there. I think that floof landed on my eyelid. Anyways, so massive shifts. Something that I have been feeling strongly is that this is the year for shedding. So don't pressure yourself to get things done. What is going to happen in this year is very destined and timely, not necessarily because you made it happen. And I know my Saturn heavy people, you're like, but work is all I know. Yes, and you have laid the groundwork and now the universe is taking over. Let it. All right, so this season is interesting. I do love your indicator card is Aether, and Aether is the fifth element, the unknown energy. We have air, fire, water, and Aether is, you know, the thing that we can't quite get our finger on, the initiator of life. It's almost the element that starts all other elements and kicks them off. Um, I do think this is a deep call to reconnect with your spiritual energy, to reconnect with things that you can't quite get your hands on. It's important to note that the symbol for Capricorn is a sea creature, with the top part being a land animal, the goat, and the bottom part being a serpent, sea serpent of sorts. So you are deeply energetic beings, and your ability to bring things into the world is quite powerful. However, you may have lost some of that connection. You may have found the physical side, that goat side, kind of taking over, and now it's time to reconnect with the unseen and the unknown and the underworlds. Um, this season, like I said, the outward expression of effort and labor is less important. We're going to see it, but it's because of all that deep internal work. And I think your first card is interesting because it is about kind of the intangible yet really physically impactful Nine of Swords. Fears and worries and night terrors coming in this Aquarius season as a really intense energy. When Pluto is aspected, you all get hit a lot. Also, Pluto and Saturn have a lot to do with past life work and um, dealing with long, long lived energetic bonds. And it feels like that might be kind of coming up and overwhelming you. I want you to know that while the feelings are very real and the situations you're in are very real, not everything that you imagine is going to come to pass. Not all of these fears are true. They are your brain and body trying to cope with existence in a world that just doesn't really work for our innate humanness. So, let yourself feel your feelings. Don't get mad at your body and your brain for trying to find a place to put all of this energy. But know that part of it is, in your mind. Part of it is an extension of the cosmos that is very chaotic, um, and very real. And I do think it's caused by the Five of Pentacles. And I grappled with this card a lot way back when I was originally learning tarot. I was like, so you don't have cash and you're going to the church for help. But what I have found is the Five of Pentacles is hope deferred. The Five of Pentacles is what happens when you put in so much effort, 1 through 4 of the tarot, putting in all of your pentacles and your coins into something, and then it not working out. And you being put in a position of need when you did everything that you could to do what you needed to do to stay well and cared for, and it just didn't happen. And that's a deep disappointment, which can lead to self doubts and fears about the future. And I think you should honor it. I think you should grieve that disappointment, grieve that physical effort that was put into something that just didn't pan out. Um, but know that those pentacles were not wasted. Know that there is a place beyond this time where you do find abundance and you do find the things that you need. And you say, Abigail, why do you say this? We're so bleak, it's so dark. And yeah, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. This year's hard. Um, the world is changing. If you are any kind of an energy worker, you know that the energy is shifting. Where to? I work in past life stuff, and I can feel this energy rising up and this need to work and to rectify stuff that has always been there on some level, but it is heightening. Um, so just know that the energy is changing. However, I do love this card for you. We have the Hierophant. I also think it really is talking about Uranus and Taurus going into Gemini. It's time to seek help. It's also time, even in your low points, to recognize the wealth of knowledge you have to share with others. Maybe you become a mentor. Maybe you end up in a position of power this Aquarius season where you are giving people information, but never underestimate the power of your accumulated effort. When we're looking at the Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Swords, maybe those pentacles didn't end up where you wanted them to go, but they didn't just disappear. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. They went somewhere. And maybe that somewhere is somewhere where you can educate and teach and inform people. Or conversely, maybe you need a mentor. Excuse me, I have tummy problems and they often rise up, need to be released. So, think about where you want to put your knowledge and wisdom. Think about what you can teach and who you can invest in. And, vice versa. If you need someone to invest in you, go find that person. If you want a skill, but you need someone's guidance, get some. Aquarius season is a great time for seeking knowledge and power and information. And then I do love this last card. Well, not last, because we do still have the bottom of the deck, but the last card that I pulled, we have the Nine of Pentacles. I do think after you've kind of processed a lot of the initial energy of Aquarius season, there is some abundance. Some of those lost pentacles will come home to roost. Unexpectedly, yes. In the way you thought they were going to, probably not. But you will be able to feel abundance. Also, the Nine of Pentacles is a reminder, because you are a cardinal sign and always forward thinking, even if it feels like it's always one step forward, 2 steps back, that you have accomplished so much, that you have done so much with your time and your energy and your effort, and you deserve to enjoy it. You don't need to always be pushing to the next big thing. What is the point if you never get to enjoy the stuff that you have? And if you have experienced disappointment and feeling heavily Five of Pentacles, I think those pentacles are going to pop up somewhere else. They are going to transform into some other form of abundance. So keep your eyes peeled. And last but not least, we have the moon. This whole Aquarius season, whether, the cards are speaking of a more pleasant journey or a darker journey or whatever, it's been about getting to know yourself better and reconnecting with self. And the moon is our emotions and moods. I really think it will benefit you to listen to your body and your needs, always, but especially in this Aquarius season, to allow yourself to move in natural cycles where you can. If you need more sleep and it's between waking up late and doing something, wake up late. If it's between you getting to do something fun and you holding up some kind of responsibility, do the fun thing. Do what you need to do to feel whole and loved. And if you say, well, Abigail, I work and that's my identity, I will remind you that you are a deep mystical creature who does not know what work is. And you have been forced into work as an identity because you know how to work with energy. And so the world often harnesses that. You do not need to be a beast of burden in order to be a beast. So allow yourself to release yourself from those chains. And yes, we all have to work. We are all stuck in this system. We can also fight it. We can also find ways to subvert it and be who we need and want ourselves to be. Anyways, I am very excited for your Aquarius season, my Capricorn heavy people. I love you all. You can ask me any questions in the comments. Please subscribe. I would appreciate it since I just started this and it would give me some encouragement as I make content. I need affirmation. Anyways, as I'm asking affirmation from Capricorns. Anyways, I love you all, and I will see you in a different space and time.